do it. Good morning. I'm Claudia Reese Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. New week. How was your weekend? So I'm going to be pulling cards out for the collective, doing a bit of channeling for us all this morning. And I'm also going to be giving mini reads as well. So if you're interested in a mini read, check out that pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how to do it. There's a PayPal link in there for the donations, which is my preferred method, but you can use Super Chat or Super Sticker if that's better for you here on YouTube. If you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your question, at the start of your comment with your question in after you've donated, and we'll do all of that for you. And don't forget, I've got my red and green crystal, so you can get a yes, no answer, and I'll pull cards out as well. Good morning, Timothy. Hey, Mandy. How are you both? Did you have a good weekend? How is everybody? What have we got? Memories of the forgotten self. Old part of ourselves. Coming back. Hey, Maria. Wonder what this is about. Something maybe we forgot about? Something about ourselves that we've forgotten about, maybe? I don't know. Let's get some more cards out and see. Everyone's sending their emails at the same time at 7 o'clock in the morning. Wrong cats. I had a good weekend. I had some amazing synchronicities. You know how I was saying about the land and it all lining up and everything? And I'm back to wearing masks again. Really? You can't, masks don't protect us against Omicron. So I'm thinking like, oh, quick, let's get Omicron taken over completely and then we can stop wearing masks, because you're going to get it whether you're wearing a mask or not if you're in a room with someone. Apparently it's 90% transmissible. So interesting. I almost had my booster on Saturday, but the hospital ran out of them, so I didn't. And now, I don't know, listening to what's going on, I don't know whether it's worth having boosters anymore, but we'll see. It just depends if Delta carries on so much. Masks suck. So you know how I was telling you about all of the land stuff and the synchronicities around that? Well, I don't know if I told you, was that on Friday? I can't remember. Mr. Hanson told me there's some other land. And he told, no, I think it was after this show. Yeah, he said there's some other land. And it's bigger and it's cheaper. And he explained to me where it was. And he said, have a look at it on your way home. So I did. Well, I tried to find it, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what I was looking at and if I was looking at it right. Anyway, when I saw him on Saturday morning in training, he said, did you have a look at it? And I said, I'm not sure. I said, like, if you got the road there, is it that bit there? Isn't that where the water goes through? And he said, oh, it's just easier if I show you. Well, the thing is, I'd actually been thinking, I want to go and look at him, like look at this land with him, right? And so he said straight away, it's better if I show you. So we ended up going and having a look at it together. And I don't like it as much as the one that I picked originally. You had the booster, it kicked your butt. Which one did you have, Mandy? I was going to have Pfizer, but then they ran out of that and they went on to AstraZeneca. And yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this stage of the game that we need boosters anymore, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor or a virologist, of course. But listening to what they are saying, I know they're all saying still get your vaccinations and everything. Booster's not going to do anything for Omicron, and Omicron's taken over, so we get more immunity from getting Omicron than we do any vaccine. I don't know whether I'll have one. I almost had it on Saturday, but I think in the next couple of weeks, which is probably before they get another batch of them for this island, I might have changed my mind. Adventure. We've got a new adventure starting. Meet Lion Mew. He's an adventurer. an explorer, a traveller, a seeker of lost worlds. He likes to feel the wind rippling his fur and the excitement of not quite knowing what he might discover next. It is time to leave the safe havens of your comfy home and routine and seek out distant shores and unknown lands. Widen your circle of experience and step into a different point of view. Distance and diversity gives us a shift in perspective. Home never looks the same from afar. Remember, the journey outward illuminates the journey inward. Live your life as a grand adventure. Exciting. Memories of a forgotten self. A new adventure. I like it. You had Pfizer. Oh. Kicked your butt. Oh, damn it. Well, I ordered some food yesterday and they said, sorry, kitchen's closed because staff had the boosters and they're not well. And I ordered pizza instead, and the pizza guy came around and said, so you didn't have your booster yesterday? And it's like, no. And I said, well, me neither. Maybe next batch. And he's like, yeah, well, maybe not. We'll see how this all unfolds. The saga of the pandemic, which an endemic means we have a strain of it left that keeps on going round like common cold. But it's not too bad. But people still die of it. And they're saying, like, what I heard yesterday was that the people that would have died of flu are dying of COVID. So that's why the numbers seem so weird, and the conspiracy theorists are going, oh, so funny that people aren't dying of flu now. And making it mean like something that it's not. Yeah, it's just the people that are of the health or the unhealth, let's put it that way, the lack of it, the lack thereof, that are struggling. But we are all struggling with the vaccines, huh? My Llewllyn, I forgot. So we went to see the land. And he said, you put your house there, and if you want, you can have a swimming pool there, and it's good to have like a water tank put in, but that's quite expensive. He said, but then you're not paying for water all the time from the water truck, and it's like, it's 300,000 baht. And he just thought of it all, right? He just thought of it all. It was cool. But yeah, I said to him, I thought about it, and the land that I've picked, the one that I like, it's got beautiful views. I'm going to be able to look out at the sunrise over the hill, and the other side is the back of a resort, which is all beautifully manicured and everything. It's just beautiful. Be able to see the sunset over that side as well, and there is enough space for everything that he said. It's a smaller plot, yeah, but the views are just beautiful, and I spend so much time in the house because I'm working in here too. It needs to be beautiful. And so now every time I go past it, because I'm going past it a few times a day, I'm looking at it thinking, put like a covered carport kind of thing in that bit, and then the house, and then there can be a bit of a garden there. I'm not sure I want a pool. I'm more likely to get a spa thing and put that, some water to get in, yeah, but I think a covered spa would be more it for me. Oh really? I thought the variant you had was Omicron. Really? Bit of the sniffles. Let's get some tarot out. If anyone wants a mini read, you know what to do. Get them coming in. I think it's going round here, just because the kids are getting it. The kids are getting colds and stuff, and they're the ones more susceptible to it this time, because if you've had a cold in your life, you've got more immunity to Omicron. Whereas the kids, especially in a place like this, we don't have those winter diseases because we don't have winter. Deadliest stuff here is mosquitoes and dengue, which I've never had either, which, 5 years here and not to have had dengue, that's good going, really. It just shows how good my immune system is. I lived in Africa and I didn't have malaria either. The Ten of Air is out first. She's got some cards. She's got her card. Her. I've got brighter lipstick on. I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you like the brighter lipstick? Sometimes. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. The darker lipstick, I mean, not brighter. Ten of Air. What do we know about this? It's the end of the pain, or a painful ending. But it won't be that in this book. Can't remember what it is. Microphone. I got a new microphone, but I'm not using it because I didn't have time to test it out. The tripod is wobbly today. Tarot cards. The Ten of Air indicates much power and control over the situation. Much power and control over a situation. Things are moving in a beneficial direction. And if they're not, be assured you can easily change that. You got the power. We have to work with what's been dealt us. And look on the bright side, look at the positive side. Deal with what we've got in front of us. This is not about delusion and pretending someone is great when they're not. This is about seeing what you've been dealt, seeing what you've got going on, what resources that you've got, and then just doing the best with that and not getting caught up with the negative focus, the focusing on what isn't working and all of that. Getting out of the pain. Okay, next up. So, being able to deal with the cards that we've been dealt. And it hit me last night, what I'm doing, what I'm about to do now, is buy some land outright and build a house on it outright, no mortgage. I hadn't imagined that. I mean, this is not a specific manifestation that I've done. I want to build a house, yeah. And I hadn't thought about how I was going to do it. And it just kind of blew my mind that when I realized it, damn, I'm going to buy some land and build a house on it in cash is what I'm going to do. That's pretty cool. I did always have the notion that I wouldn't be worried about money in my old age and that I would have everything that I needed. I was sure of that. In the last few years, I was thinking, maybe I need to get on that now and get a little bit more, as that card said, get a little bit more proactive in it and doing it for myself. But yeah, that just kind of blew my mind. That suits me. I don't want a mortgage. Do need to set up. I need to sort my retirement visa out. I need to set up a business here. What else? Just in the next 3 months. As Hanson was saying, it's the best time to buy right now before everything gets back to normal, before the island picks up, because our land prices are low. I know, I can feel it. And I don't get my intuition for nothing. Oh. The Crown of Water. Is she the one that saves something? Is she saving that bottle of water for when she's really thirsty or something like that? I can't remember. Where are you, lady? She puts some water in a bottle. She knows that there'll come a difficult time when a dear memory will be needed. Dear memory. She puts some water in a bottle because she knows that there will come a time when a dear memory will be needed. Memories of the forgotten self. Something put aside for later. It feels to me like, like I just explained, then it's not a particular manifestation of my, I didn't think about it. I want to own a house outright, no mortgage, build it, whatever. I just had the idea I wanted to build a house. And, I was just focused on the creativity of it. And, but maybe it's something like that. Some dreams or some wishes that you've had in the past are coming back and you're remembering about it. Maybe it's that. Anyway, something's been put on the back burner and that might be coming back. You might be having similar kind of, not aha, it's just everything making sense. The jigsaw pieces coming together. Thinking, oh yeah, that fits in with what I was thinking 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Something like that. 9 of air. I got some new, what kind of new blusher I wore on Friday, but new bronzer too. Oh, maybe I need to up that bronzer game. Get better at putting it on. It looks okay, but I put it on in the dark. Well, not in the dark, the lights are on, but it's before the sun comes up. The sun's only just come up. And sometimes I look different. Hey, Belinda, check out that pinned comment. The comment that's pinned up top of the live chat tells you how to do it. We've got the 9 of air next, which is the card of anxiety. 9 of air. That's about the rune. It's a bittersweet card, for it promises great wisdom, but the way to that wisdom includes suffering and sacrifice. Yeah. Wisdom is not a right we're guaranteed. It's a reward, something earned, and it does not always promise happiness. We learn, we grow. So that I think this is saying, it's not saying that this is now, this is then. This is the suffering that we've been through has put something aside for the adventure that we're starting now. It's got something to do with it. So the wisdom that we gain from the suffering that we've had in the past and the conclusions that we came to and the wishes that we had from that is now coming around again to be remembered, but it's probably more like my situation. You don't remember it. You only remember it once it manifests or you see that it's manifesting. It's a new adventure. Puzzle pieces coming together. Coffee. I had to buy the bronzer because it's just too beautiful. But it's Gucci. It was expensive, yeah, but I mean, you hardly use any of that stuff at all. Probably never use it up. But the packaging is just beautiful, and the product itself is beautiful too. Wow. Up until now, I've just been using a bronzer that came free with something else. Anyway. More cards then. So, this new adventure. And the guides have been saying that, haven't they, about the wisdom gained from our challenges. And, well, if we're talking about this new adventure being about twin flames or whatever, then they've been saying about the wisdom that we've each gained comes together, and it's like our wisdom helps out them and their wisdom helps out us. It's that kind of synergistic coming together kind of thing. The 8 of Earth. Ooh, the 8 of Pentacles is about getting our rewards now. Yay! 8 of Earth. The 8 of Earth asks you to reach higher, stretch further, and dream bigger. Whatever it is you're attempting, it's not even close to what's potentially possible. Slough off whatever baggage is holding you earthbound. Make yourself as light as possible by letting go of doubts and focusing on what you know is possible. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Because with my particular project, it means, well, unless it's going to go halves with me, it means that it's a stretch. I can't afford the land right now, but in 3 months' time, I might just be able to afford it, but then I'll be back down to zero again. But I would still do it. Now, I do know the people that I found out on Saturday night. I found out who owns it, and I do know them, and it's a beautiful couple. I really love them, and which might make it a bit harder for the negotiations. But Mr. Handsome said to me, make sure you get a better price for it than that. Well, he can help me with that. But I'm still going to do it, you know. I'm still going to do it, even if it takes me to zero after I've bought the land, because I can just carry on and then build up the money. As I said, build the house, pay for it as the bills come in, including the 300,000 baht water tank, because apparently it's the best to do. So I'll do it because I like the best. 9 of fire and the 4 of earth. 9 of fire. Oh, you know how I was saying maybe on Friday, maybe the pick a card read, the next 7 days pick a card read, maybe I would stop doing that. Maybe it would be the last one that I did. I thought, what the hell? I already did the last one. I don't need to keep on doing something that isn't working for me. I'm not owing to you guys. I only started doing that one because I stopped doing the star sign ones, and everyone's like, oh, but they're so useful. Like, the daily read is enough, isn't it? For the timing things. We don't need weeklies or monthlies, really. I like the dailies. I can't find fire. Don't know what you're doing, Belinda. It is a bit tricky, this whole thing. I can't find fire. Oh, I found it. I was actually on the right page. You're kidding me. No, I was on the next page. Samantha. Oh, hello. I am Samantha, yeah. No one's done one yet. I'm just waiting for you guys to get your mini read things in. And then I batch them all up. So get them all coming in, and your questions, and I'll do it all. So anyone interested in one of those mini reads, just check out the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat that tells you how to do it. There's a PayPal link in there for the donations. And you can use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube if you'd like. But my preferred method is PayPal. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment once you've donated. Just so I can find it easy. So, the 9 of fire is Pluto. Some say that the only absolutes in life are death and taxes. Pluto reigns. Oh. One of our long-time locals died last week. It was his funeral on Saturday. He came off his scooter and his head hit a pole at the side of the road and he died. And I was on the back of my friend Joy's bike, and I knew he died, but I wasn't so insensitive to ask people that were really close to him how he died. I don't know if I ever talked to the guy. I know who he was. I used to see him around, but anyway, when I was on the back of her bike, I said, how did he die? Because we went past the temple and said it was his funeral today. And she said, she showed me where he came off his bike and there was no one else involved. And so sad. It's like, well, you could just die any day, right? She says, yeah, so let's live like this the last, like we're going to die tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, well, not that much. Not that much. You're still fighting with PayPal, Belinda. Yeah, you got to click on the send money, I think it is. I don't know. The 9 of fire heralds the inevitable. Unlike the 7 of fire, the events of the 9 are often not a surprise. More often we see them coming. We know we should prepare, but we resist. Oh, we got to get ready. This is like a getting sensible, getting ready. Like, stop spending so much money on makeup, Clark. Put it in your savings because you're going to build a house. Kind of sensible. The changes, and don't spend all your money like you're going to die tomorrow. The changes Pluto promises are usually difficult and ones we'd rather forgo. Well, that's not possible. There is at least the promise of riches at the end of the journey. Thanks, Belinda. We've not got to be in denial with this card. Not got to be in denial. Unstable actions. We've got a full moon tomorrow, hey? Which has got that element about it. It's not the time to go into instability, dysregulation, that kind of thing. Pretend I'll answer 2 questions. No, I won't. I'm making up rules, Timothy. No, some people donate 5, some people donate 10, some people donate $70. All different amounts. It's still one question, but some people do like $40 because they've got a few questions or whatever. I don't mind if you want to. It's totally up to you. But I ain't gonna do like 20 questions for $5. That's for sure. So we've got to not be in denial and not get dysregulated as well. Do you know what I mean by dysregulated? It's when we start sabotaging ourselves. It's when we let that friend persuade us not to do our work today or not to save our money and go out and spend it on something else. It's that kind of dysregulation, and the reason that I mentioned a friend in it is that sabotage, the dysregulation sabotage, can be. It can be brought on by a distraction of someone else, Has everyone got rid of the friends that are the dysregulators, the ones that encourage dysregulation? Or do you still have them? I don't have a donation through, but maybe it's PayPal. Maybe it's PayPal, Belinda. I'm not sending the emails through yet. Let me check in PayPal. Just in case you need to fight it a little bit more. Sometimes it just doesn't send the emails through for 10, 20 minutes. No donation in PayPal. Try again. That's all right, Timothy. Can make up rules. I don't have to abide by them now. 4 of Earth. 4 of Earth next. So we're going to have to be sensible about it and prepare. This is what it's saying. We might have to forego something, Just 4 of Earth. We might have to trade something. This for that, if you really want something. I think that's what it's saying. The 4 of Earth is stones and crystals. The 4 of Earth is power, resources, and energy that have been collected and stored, put in a safe place until needed. This is a time to store, to save, to conserve. Yeah. Save your money for your land. There will come a time when all of that you save will come in handy. Absolutely. About resources again, which is kind of like the 10 of air, isn't it? You've nearly no friends left. I thought you had a load of ladies. Oh, yeah. I've got good friends now. Oh, we had fun on Saturday night. I wasn't going to go out because I thought I was having my booster, but I did, and we had fun. Wasn't that many people out because a lot of people had boosters. The whole island is recovering from it again. I've got really good friends now. So happy. You will again. You'll attract more. You will. And the world might be back to normal again in a few months' time. Isn't that exciting? You can wait until I bought the land. But it will do, right? Because of divine timing. I won't have just seen that right now for no reason, hey? And all this be happening, all these synchronicities. It's not going to then take it away from me and go, now the price is up and you can't have it. The universe doesn't do that kind of stuff to me. Not unless I'm barking up the wrong tree. 2 of air, yes or no choice. Pendulum kind of a thingy. Choice is what I'm getting from that. Life is complicated. Many times answers are not simple and situations are not black and white, for sure. And then it goes on about a pendulum, how to use it. We know how to do that. 2 of our inner reading signifies clear guidance. All the necessary information is at hand and it's time to make a decision. My decision is yes, I'm going for it. How exciting. I'm so excited by it. Building the house. Ooh. And it's just so cool that I'm getting him involved in it. I wonder if he realizes. Of course he realizes. He's been thinking about it. It's like we're doing it together already before it's official that we're doing it together, if you know what I mean. So, the donations are coming in. I've got one from you, Belinda, and you, Nicole, as well. Thank you. So, there's a choice to be made here, and we're getting clear guidance about it. All the necessary information is at hand. The only factors here of you're going for it or not, this new adventure, you're going for it or not, is a fear factor. Yeah? A fear factor. I could be scared, but I don't need to be. I've been designing the house in my head too. My workspace, that's the other good thing as well, is because that house, well, of course, there's a house next to it, right? Which is where I'd put the carport, and so that I don't think I wouldn't have windows on that side, but I'd have windows on all other 3 sides, because it's like where the sun comes up midday and evening sun on that side, so the lighting will be great. And I'm thinking, like, where do I want my workspace then? I want the top, I'm going to build up. I want the top floor to be the master bedroom, walk-in robe, bathroom, and which means the water tank's got to go up top. And what else? Maybe my workspace. I'm thinking about the lighting for my workspace, because it's pretty much the same as this. Sun comes up over there. This works really well facing the window where the sun comes up. Anyway, middle floor will be the living area. Open plan kind of thing. Bit of a kitchen. Ground, maybe spare bedroom. Not sure. And building up means great views. It's so exciting. You're doing a road trip. Ooh. Excellent. Oh, there you go. You can be a protector. Okay, let's do it. Belinda, starting with you. And you were so persistent in getting it to work, and you managed it. Good on you. Bit of a fight with PayPal, but my question is, I was seeing a woman who I really cared about. She stopped talking to me and we were out of communication for a few months. Will she get back in touch? Will she? Wonder why. She stopped talking to you. No, she won't get back in touch. What was going on there then? What's that all about? Belinda's higher self. What went on? Oh, you're out of a league, really. That's what it is. There's, when someone's your friend or they like you, but really it's because you're out of their league, because they want what you've got, kind of thing. There's a tinge of jealousy, of resentment in it. Yeah, not exactly what you want. Not exactly what you want there. Now, if you hadn't noticed that, maybe you need to start noticing that, because you might have other people around you that are like that too. Sometimes if we've got a lack of self-esteem, we will be around people that aren't really in our league. Or we'll be telling ourselves that it's not okay to be judgmental, and so we need to hang around with just anyone. But that's kind of dangerous, because It's very important who we hang out with, who we spend time with. We can raise our vibration and learn things and do all kinds of things, but if we will persistently stick around the people that aren't good for us, and you might not realize that they're not good for you because it's not obvious, then we bring our vibration down. It's a block to us moving forward. So it's interesting energies, this, because you got the I am heard card out with us, so it's like someone saw you clearly, but there's a bit of resentment and jealousy there about it. Anyway, you've got better coming. Sex, you're on track. You've got some better coming here. You've got something better coming toward you. Better relationship. But I do feel like you've got to learn that first. So maybe look back at that relationship and ask yourself what wasn't right about it. Instead of like waiting for them to come back because they're not coming back. Figuring out, or just coming to peace with yourself because you figured out, oh, that's why they weren't right for me. It's a very healing thing to do that when relationships break up. Instead of waiting for them to come back, is to take a real blunt look at it and go, how was it? What wasn't I seeing at the time? What wasn't right about that? Make it easier to let go of them. There you go. Thanks for your donation, Belinda. And Nicole. Hello, Amina. Amina, you need to donate. Yeah, check out that pinned comment up top. It tells you how to do it, Amina. It's by donation. Nicole, I'm wondering if it's a good idea to give my ex-husband a chance. Ooh. Is it a good idea to give an ex-husband a chance? I'm getting a no. Well, there you go, Belinda. Well, I would say no. Let's see what the crystals say. Is it a good idea to give ex-husbands a chance? Oh, I had a dream about mine. Oh my God. Yes! Get out of here. Nicole. Why? Include and flowing. If it's flowing, yes. Well, obviously there's a reason that you've asked the question. So what has come up? What is flowing to make you even think of that? Giving them is there something that you didn't get yet? Is there a lesson that you didn't complete yet? Is this a matter of X coming back and the universe saying, is she still stupid, kind of thing? Ooh, it could be that. It could be that. Hang on, we need to get details on this because you might not need to go through that. Okay, accept and re-choose. Right, initiate and find a new approach. Okay, there's a lot of change here. Things can be done. So oh look, it's traffic lights. Initiate, find a new approach, and accept and re-choose. So this could be a matter of doing things differently this time. If your ex-husband and you have gained wisdom in the time apart, it could actually work. It could. If a new approach is found. Or you might, this is saying like do it. It's saying do it because either way it's good. Because either you get more closure or it works because you've both learned something. There's definite change though. I mean, it's not like going back as it was before. But go with the flow on this because it's a yes. It's a yes. So go with the flow on that. Timothy, a person can be negative in a mild way all the time, like chip away at your energy or drain, slowly draining your blood out every day. And that's trickiest, isn't it? It's easy when someone's like really obviously toxic, and even then it's not that easy because we give them a second chance and we're nice to them, and we realize how they're so hurt and like how they could have got there, and how and then we're compassionate to them, and it messes us up. Well, that surprises me because I would have, as a friend, I would say no. But higher selves, they often say what I wouldn't say in that situation, you know. Well, there you have it. Give it a go. It's up against my personal better judgment. Give it another go. I need to brush my hair because it's gone fluffy. There we go. So I'm going to have a bigger house again, and I've got used to living in this small space here. But I do like big spaces too, big open spaces, big open light spaces. I mean, the land isn't massive. It's the house is going. It's not. It's I don't know. I'll measure it. I'll measure it with my iPhone. See how many meters it is from the road, kind of thing. I'll show you a picture of it, but I can't because it's on the camera. You're welcome, Nicole. Ah! I'm scared for you. Hey, Arabella. Amina. You got a question, but you've not got a donation yet. So if you get your donation in, I'll do that for you. But let's get back to the tarot for the general public. Well, not the general public, everyone that's in here. When people have come back into my life, I get a lot of clarity from that. When an ex comes back, I generally don't go back there. Sometimes I'll have a bit of a fling with them, you know, if the sex was good. Sometimes no way. But it still gives me clarity. Seeing them again, you get clarity on it, right? Otherwise, we've got memories. Otherwise, we're remembering their old energy. Or remembering their old energy from the viewpoint of our old energy. So when they come back into our lives, who we are now, we're like, oh, what the hell was I thinking? Well, that's usually what I do. What the hell was I thinking? Look at this. Oh, yeah, the exes come back in retrograde. And we're Venus retrograde at the moment, hey? Still. Is that the one that's ending in 2 days? You knew it was going to be green. Did you? But yeah, Mercury's just gone retrograde, so watch out, exes coming back. Ace of Chalices. I love this. It's just the best energy. It reminds me of that sticker on Facebook, which is a little Asian girl jumping up in the air with her arms out. Do you know which one I mean? That leaping in the air with joy thing. The Ace of Chalices. It's the feeling like your heart is just overflowing. It's beautiful. Let's check it out. Just a little bit tired. Ace of Cups. A gift of divine love is offered. If it's accepted, the loving energy flows through the recipient, enhancing her life. An opportunity for an emotional experience or growth. An emotional experience. That puts it a bit differently, doesn't it? An opportunity for an emotional experience or growth. Venus retrogrades on the 26th. Oh, okay. This full moon that we've got coming up is an interesting one. I've got some full moon readings to do today. Didn't work at all yesterday. But it's an interesting energy, this one. It's quite a positive one. Full moon. Not one of those gnarly, let go of stuff kind of ones. Thanks, Arabella. What else then? So this could be a new start in love. It could be, if it would ever come about. Oh, got the wrong cards in there. I'm getting them mixed up. What What are they doing in there? And did I have cards? Do I have cards from this deck in that one? Oh, shuffle them in. That's definitely from this deck. Housekeeping. I've obviously just put them back wrong. Put them back in the same place. So we were shuffling from a deck without the usuals. Yeah, they were the cards from Friday, right? Her throwing books. How interesting. We didn't have any of those in the shuffle. Anyway, Ace of Chalices, that's a good start. So maybe they're going to go on, going to go on about relationships now. We do have an adventure. It could be involving a relationship. I hope so myself. I don't want to do it alone. I'm clear on that and the universe. Come on. I'm not doing it alone. I don't know, build something alone. 7 of Wands. And then the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, collaboration. 7 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. I ordered a new tarot deck last night. You know, oh, I nearly fell over. This one, remember this deck? The Oracle of Mystical Moments. I ordered the Tarot of Mystical Moments that goes with this. Oh, that's right. That's what's happening on the 19th, the changing of the South nodes. North node will be Taurus, South node will be Scorpio, so it's my time now. Transformation. Butterfly heart, transformation. Let's get one more of these out. Yeah, I'm excited about the tarot deck. A new tarot deck. I do love this one, but it's real tricky to shuffle. Shuffling isn't so good. Oh, sunny day. Nice. 2 very nice energies there. Transformation and oh, sunny day. Things on the up and up. I like it. Anyway, back to the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands says, even if we're not feeling perfectly confident inside, we can, like this woman, draw on the energy of the universe to help bolster us up a bit. The universe has unlimited energy, so all we need to do is hold tight to our courage and ask for that boost to get us through. So we're talking about a new adventure here, and we're going to need courage to do it. Yes. You asked your daughter where you were the other day. She's avoiding you. She's staying out of your way. 3 of Pentacles. After a flurry of activity and perhaps a little or a lot of mess, this woman's hard woman and passionate vision have paid off. This woman's hard work and passionate vision have paid off. She has created what she intended and seems very pleased with the result. She's manifesting a goal in the middle of a process. Now, the 3 of Pentacles to me is about collaborations. It's about manifesting something with someone else. These decks are slightly different, you will have noticed. That's why I read them out. They're slightly different. Yeah, it has some unusual twist, doesn't it? It's different. It brings something new. That's why I use it, and that's why I keep on reading it out. Not the whole thing, description of the cards, unless it's one that we haven't seen yet, but the meaning of it for these decks, because it is different. I mean, I could just use it like normal tarot, but we wouldn't get the same messages out, would we? I like it. I really like it. So, a new start in love here, and we're going to have courage and planning and collaborations and stuff like that. Queen of Wands. Wow. She's getting it done with determination. Queen of Wands encourages expression of passion within a safe environment. She encourages expression of passion within a safe environment. So, an expression of passion, but not wild abandon. Not like there's a regulation energy around this, I'm telling you. We've got to regulate ourselves. We've got to plan, we've got to regulate ourselves. We've got to do what's best for us. And then once we're clear, then unleash our passion. It's almost like saying, hey guys, you've been working on your empowerment. You've been realizing what's good for you and what's not good for you. You know your limits now and you know your boundaries. Within those confines that you've realized now, you can trust yourself to uphold all of those boundaries. But when you're in that safe environment, that regulated environment, because you've learned how to regulate yourself and have boundaries and all of that, within that environment, then express your passion. That's what it's saying. It sure helps you make a better informed choice for the tarot decks. You know, I think this Light Seers deck, it's just incredible, isn't it? It's one of, I think it's going to become a new classic. You know, it's just so good, that deck. Not as much this one, but I like the colour of the back of that one. I like using it too, but yeah. But there's something very special about the Light Seers deck for sure. So knowing our boundaries, keeping ourselves safe and regulated from all the wisdom that we've gained previously, and then expressing our passion within that range, in our safe space. Anyone else want a mini read? I'll do Arabella's, and whoever else wants one. Did you want one? Mina, was it? I can't remember. Can't find your name now. Amina, there you are. The world. Oh, look. Hotel, buy now. Sale. She's shiny and gold and everyone else is grey. I don't think I've ever had this one out of this deck before. The world. To me is completion of cycle, start of a new cycle. There it is. The world is much like the Fool, but with one important difference. She knows what she can do and what she should do. While she trusts in the divine and in her intuition, she's more of an active partner with the universe, helping co-create reality. Oh, cool. So it's like the Fool, but with wisdom for what she's been through. A new cycle completes, but you don't forget everything that you just learned in the old cycle. I like it. Walking through life with confidence and creating harmony and magic with every step. I know. You know, in order to get my retirement visa, I need to put 800,000 baht in my Thai bank account and have it in there for 2 months. But why do that if I can put 1 million in and then I can have like a million of something? I'll be a millionaire in my Thai bank account. I might just do that just for the hell of it. Put 1 million in. Isn't this exciting? I think it is. We've got something bigger coming. We've got this new adventure starting. It says Blaze, and it's got something to do with our old selves. Oh, you know, my old self, when I renovated that house in the UK, I love that. Hey, I love doing that. It got me creative. I'm good at stuff like that, at seeing what spaces can be. And I'm not so good with the spatial awareness when I just look at a bit of land, like with um, give me a room, yeah, or a house already. But looking at the land, I'm like, I can't get how big it is with my eyes. I can't like. I need to walk on it. I need to walk on it today. Maybe I can get him to come with me. Training. Just come and have a look at it with me. Just come and have a look. Or maybe tomorrow morning we'll do that. It's like when I was putting my house contents in storage, I couldn't do it. I mean, I couldn't get my head around it. Of course, like, how big storage do I need? I haven't a clue. I can't do stuff like that. I've got a certain spatial awareness, but there's a bigness about something that I can't handle it. And anyway, when I called up the storage space, they just like got me to explain what was in the house, and they got it right. And like literally, the storage unit that I've got in Australia, it's full, floor to ceiling, and right to the door. But it all fit in perfectly. How did they do that? I mean, of course, it's because they've got experience, a lot of experience in it is what they do. But it blew my mind. And I was putting off calling them because I'm like, they're going to ask me like how big a space I need, and I haven't got a clue. I even wanted to get my boyfriend off the yacht and to come down and to do it for me, not realizing that the people would like do it for me. Anyway, Seven of Swords. Because he was good at things like that. Seven of Swords. What's this? What is this? Well, it's the Decepticon card. It might not be in this. Seven of Swords. Trust can be breached in many ways. When we take what's not meant for us, we're behaving in a way that's counter to the truth. Because like attracts like, expressing untruthful energy attracts the same and creates more in the world. Whatever we create, we're responsible for. Someone's taken something that doesn't belong to them. Watch out. Now, I'm getting from that, you need to know what belongs to you. I mean, what you deserve, what you're worth, what's yours. You're allowed to have it too. It's one of the biggest lessons. I used to be so giving and not really wanting anything for myself. One of the biggest lessons for me was like, it's okay to have stuff. You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to have your own stuff. You're allowed to do well for yourself, by yourself, for yourself. It just changed everything for me when I really got that. So that's, if you're a bit fluffy on that area, going, I don't really need anything, I can just share everything. If you're in that kind of a mindset, you're not going to be abundant, but you're going to attract people that want to take advantage of you. They're those people that want to take from you. If you're too generous because you're not loving yourself and realizing what you deserve, you're going to attract people that want to take. So then we've got the moon along with the Ten of Swords again. The Ten of Swords, the end of pain. The Phoenix there. The Phoenix arises from the flames, the transformation. But we've got the moon with it. The moon. The moon is beguiling and magical. It can reveal amazing mysteries. However, wandering around in the moonlight in an unknown environment is dangerous, as its light conceals more than it reveals. Such a landscape, it's easy for the mind to see monsters and fears where they may not exist. An uncertain situation is fraught with deception while revealing important truths. Oh, so there we have the deception again. Deception twice next to each other there. But the Ten of Swords is the ending of the pain. So something might be revealed. I mean, I think this is saying that something's going to be revealed, a deception on something that isn't a lie or something like that is going to be revealed. Our thoughts become reality, says the Ten of Swords. Dwelling too much on the past or hoping for things that cannot be that cannot be prevents a healthy life from unfolding. This woman is ready to put an end to the old thought patterns and unrealistic expectations. By doing so, she prepares for new ways of thinking. You know what I'm getting from this? You know, if you give someone the benefit of the doubt all the time and you're seeing the best in them, then you can stay unaware of what they're really like. And then if you cut them off or if you say no to them, that's when they reveal who they really are, right? It's like that song says, you only know your lover when you let them go. The truth of someone comes out when you let them go. And that can be really shocking. And that's what I'm getting from this. And the Ten of Swords, it's like an end of the pain. Because once you say no, or you have some kind of a boundary with someone, or a complete boundary with someone, and then you find out what's really in them, then that's where that deceit comes out. The deceit before. Do you know what I mean? They get revealed. That's what I'm getting from it. And it ends your pain because then you can let it go easily. Accepting and releasing unpleasant or unfortunate circumstances. Is that just me, or is that anyone else too? Especially in relationships. A relationship breaks up and that's when it turns really sour. And you get to see what they were really like. After all. And the signs were there all along, but people put the best mask on to stay in situations, especially if you've been over generous with them. Especially if you are the most grounded one, or the most wise one, or the most whatever. Grounded is probably the right word for it. The most grounded one in the relationship. That means generally, if it's an unbalanced relationship, you've been that grounding force for them, being taken care of them, energetically, emotionally, whatever. When that is removed, when you draw up a boundary, that's when you get the kickback from them and you find out the deception that was all along. How do people keep that up? I guess it's the same as going to a job that you really hate. You put your mask on and you carry on doing it in order to get what it is that you're getting from it. That's how people do it. I'm not sure I've done it in a relationship. I'm not sure I've done that, but I think that's what the others do. That's what people have done with me, for sure. How interesting. I still haven't seen my ex. I wonder if we're going to bump into each other at all. Maybe not. Okay, let's do some minis. Arabella, higher self-guidance on your finances. Oh. Why do I put this on the floor? I should just put it on the bed there, but I'll put it on the floor. I need a little hook. Or maybe I can get a sticky hook and hang it here. That's a good idea. Higher self-guidance on Arabella's finances. Get creative, get creative. Brilliant. Own my idea. Get creative. Didn't I give you this message last time? You weren't asking about your finances last time. But that's where your abundance is going to come from. Owning a brilliant idea and taking action on that and that unfolding. Tell us more about this. What's that? Something tickling me. Great respect will come to you first before the finances do. From that brilliant idea and putting it into action, so you'll be respected for it first, and then the money will come. And once you accept that respect and own it and can take it in, you know how I talk about our hearts having 4 vowels and everything and the meanings of them. One is to give out to others, one's to give out to ourselves, and others to receive from ourselves, and others to receive from others. This is the receiving from others, which means when someone gives you something, you really take it to heart. You know that you deserve it. You dwell on that for a while, and you feel really good because of it. Once you fully get the and are comfortable with and receive the respect from others, that's when the money's going to come. So this is telling me that you've got a bit of a block to the abundance at the moment, and it's not just in the not reluctance but hesitance to take action on brilliant ideas and go all in on it, but that will happen, and then you've got this discomfort around receiving the respect and the kudos that you get for it. Then the money will come once you've got that. I get that. I do get that. It's kind of the way it goes in business. You know, being an entrepreneur, it's one of the best ways to instigate and carry on doing your inner work, because you have to. You have to. Otherwise, it doesn't work, what you're trying to do. So that's your path to it. Now, that's what your higher self wants to talk about. And I've got the feeling that you're more asking about your finances in the lead up to that. But your higher self is not interested in that. It's interested in the bit that comes after. It's interested in where you're headed. It's not interested in keeping you going where you're at right now. So if you're thinking, but I want to know about the finances before that, to do that stuff, that's nothing to your higher self. It's old manifestations. Get focused on what's ahead and you'll get there. Maria, thanks for your donation. Should I go and do some voluntary work with the spiritual center to gain experience? Oh, should you? Let's see. No. Why? No. No. It's doubting abundance is why. There's nothing intrinsically wrong in doing that, but there's something about the reason that you want to do that is because you're doubting abundance. Yeah, there's this. I'll tell you about me in my business. When I wasn't completely in my confidence about what I do and how I do it, and I wasn't completely in my confidence because the abundance wasn't coming in the magnitude that I thought it should. I wasn't managing to manifest what it is that I want. And I was questioning myself and the way that I was doing it. And when I was in that stage, I was looking at what other people were doing and how they were doing it and thought, well, maybe they're doing it right and I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I need to do it more like them. And a part of me, I wasn't copying anyone, but a part of me was taking like little bits of what other people were doing, or the way that they were doing it, the way they were packaging it up, that kind of thing. Or I'd look at the way that they were doing readings and go, maybe I should do it like that. Maybe that will work. I was looking at the websites and going, well, maybe if my website was a bit more like that, it would work. And just constant questioning of myself. But what was really behind that, I just wasn't letting my path unfold in the way that I did it, sticking it out. I was being a bit too, why isn't it working yet? Why haven't I got more from it by now? I was a bit too much in that energy instead of just being okay with where I was at and letting it unfold. And so you're kind of at that stage, which is a stage. This gentle okayness, it's like a gentle okayness about you and your path. And it's good to ask that question because that could have been on path. But this is your higher self saying that this isn't on path. This is one of those fear-based decisions because of a doubt of abundance that you've got. So shh. The voice inside of your head that's blaming something that you're doing or the way that you're doing it for a lack of results. Or blaming yourself for a lack of experience. It can be any of that stuff. Yes, you've got a lack of experience at the moment, but you can gain that experience now. And it's different than going and then that gaining the experience and being okay about that, your path as you go, being where you're at right now and learning. It's very different than thinking, I'm not where I should be at the moment. I need more experience, and I should be getting more from this, and I'm not doing very well, and and reaching out there. So this is saying, shush that voice inside of your head that's blaming this, blaming that, blaming my website, blaming my experience, blaming the way that I'm doing it, blaming the way that I'm putting it, what I'm calling it, all of that. Oh, that's good, Timothy. You and been nice to each other. That's good. Yeah, we are allowed to have that magical relationship. It's easy, loving, reciprocal. With a beautiful person that checks all your boxes. Yeah. Yeah. We're allowed that. And hey, if we've done that work on ourselves and we aren't waving any red flags, or not many anyway, or even if we do, and then it gets revealed to us, we do something about it. If we're that kind of a person, which I think we all are in here, we deserve someone like that too, right? And really, for us, we've got to just get to that point where we recognize it, because we're too compassionate. We can look at anyone and fall in love with them, like really, and it's not good for us. Too compassionate. I'm not saying be less compassionate. I'm just saying, like, don't have your compassion out there for romantic relationships, or even in choosing friendships. Use it in every other situation, but don't choose your tribe based on your compassion. That's where we go wrong, right? Choose your customers and that based on it, absolutely, but not your tribe. There you go, Maria. Tarot. Let's get some more out. Starchild this time. This is a beautiful deck. Anyone else for a mini read? Do one more batch of them, probably. The Queen of Wands again. We've had her out already. She knows what. This is the one that was being passionate, expressing her passion, but within the confines of her own boundaries. Yeah, in the right place with the right people, expressing the passion. But let's read her out of here, because if she's come out twice, then there's something we're not getting about it, right? Or it's just confirmation of that energy is in a big way. Authoritative, spiritual, practical, independent, charismatic. It's important that you acknowledge your limitless potential. You're capable of accomplishing anything you wish if you truly put your mind to the task. Maintaining a positive mindset attracts an abundance of light into your life. This is the first step in manifesting your dreams. Nice. Let's read her out, though. The Queen of Wands is an extremely generous person who is both strong-willed and fierce in their convictions. So they're not generous willy-nilly. She's not that. She's an extremely generous person, but she's strong in her convictions. You like lavender. They easily attract others to them through their passionate and charming personalities, and are very aware of their strengths and intelligence. The Queen of Wands, so she's really owning herself and her power, right? The Queen of Wands is also extremely independent and outgoing. They're able to adapt well in almost any social setting or environment and make others feel warm and welcome. An honest, kind-hearted person who radiates beauty. Nice. So dreaming big, knowing that you've got what it takes to get there, that kind of an energy. So let this be a big adventure that we're starting off now. Reach new heights. And one thing that I was thinking, when Mr. Hanson first told me about the other land, I was thinking it was this patch of land that's like on the main road. And when I looked at it, it was big. And I was thinking there could be a gym at the front of it and a house at the back of it. But it wasn't that bit of land. But then that thought process was like, what am I doing? What are you doing, Claire? After I'd seen the smaller plots of land, what are you doing? Why are you thinking, again, this land is for you in your house. Why was you one of your first thoughts, oh, I could build this with someone else? You know? I was thinking, oh, someone else can have that. I was thinking of giving it away already. Not giving it away, but, letting someone else build on it and have the business there. It's like, stop it, Claire. No, you need a smaller piece of land just for you. Just for you. Hi, Jessica. Thanks for your donation. And Amanda. Well, then we got the Knight of Cups. Romance. Romance. Yeah, I've not been focused on the relationship here. Maybe I should be now. Romance. Knight of Cups. The arrival of great news, an invitation, or an adventure. New experiences are on the horizon, ones that will emotionally nourish your soul and heart. The pursuit and manifestation of creative ventures or projects, being able to identify the necessary steps to reach your goals. Someone called you the Queen. A romantic who's highly intuitive and charged with the universal force of love. This person is extremely attractive and easily draws others to them. They will always make decisions based on what their heart is telling them, whether the choices seem logical or not. The Knight of Cups may also indicate someone who takes action and knows how to proceed with an open mind. Okay, I think someone else is in it. I think this means that someone else is in it too, this new adventure. Oppression. Oh no. What's being oppressed here? Is it the Knight of Cups? Oppression. What is holding you back at this time? It could be that you already know what it is. I feel like this is the Knight of Cups, by the way. It could be that you already know what it is, but if you're not being able to say it out loud, is it time to acknowledge that a state of entrapment is happening in your life? This could be a negative relationship with someone, a fearful mindset, or some kind of addiction. Now, when talking about my Mr. Hanson, that I'm noticing that thing that I was talking about before, if you're the most grounded in that relationship, sometimes we can get stuck because if we leave, what are they going to do? If we've got so used to taking care of everyone else, sometimes we can think too much of them and like realizing how much we've been doing for them, but like, oh God, like what if I stop spinning their plates? What's going to happen to them? And we remain stuck in this oppression. So sometimes we get ourselves trapped by choosing, by not being able to see clearly other people's energy, getting into relationships with them, romantic relationships, friendships, anything like that. And then we get stuck because we've been doing it for them for so long, maintaining that energy. That's what I'm feeling like here, like the Knight of Cups, or maybe you are in that situation. This could be a negative relationship with someone, a fearful mindset, or some kind of addiction. Oppression may also indicate a lack of moderation or self-control. Know that you're fully capable of breaking free of these habits. In order to look back on this time with a sense of victory and relief, something big needs to change. This card may also indicate that you may be too focused on the material things in life that are distracting you from recognizing your spiritual self. How can I break free of the bonds that have been holding me back? Am I ready to let go? This is about dependency. It's about dependency, which, yes, we can see, it's the devil card, right? Oppression. Dependency, we think of dependency and we think, oh yeah, like drugs or alcohol or whatever, that kind of a dependency. But if we think of the word dependency, are the people depending on us with a drug? Maybe you or the Knight of Cups have been other people's drug and they're addicted to you. I'm not talking about addicted to you as in obsessed with you, as in falling in love with someone, because that's an addiction in itself, right? I'm talking about the addiction of getting energy from someone. They're always lifting you, they're always sorting you out, they're always bailing you out, they're always sorting your problems out for you. That kind of an addiction. And so that makes sense then, doesn't it? Why do codependents attract addicts? Because you're the drug. Because they're a dependent. They're a dependent person. They want to depend on not just the drugs, but they want to depend on you as well. So this is us getting ourselves in our own traps, and maybe other people as well. I see it clearly. I see it clearly in him. I see him trying to sort out those people he's living with, his family. I look at him and I think, if you weren't sorting all of those people out, you would fly. He's got a lot of responsibilities there, and I get it. He's took them on. He's taken those responsibilities on. But I also see how it's not serving him to do that. And likewise, I see the reflection of how the relationships that I were in were not serving me too. Now, I had a dream about my ex-husband last night. He was thinking that I was, just because I was being pleasant with him, he was thinking that I was getting back together with him. It was very strange. Mercury retrograde. Mine come back in my dreams. You might be having that too. Lisa, Timothy used to work in a prison. Timothy, Lisa doesn't know what you're going on about. Ace of Wands and Strength. Oh. So do we all feel like we've got this lesson already? Do you feel like you're out of this lesson already, this codependency lesson? Do you feel like you've got it? Do you feel like you're recognizing it now and you won't get into it again? I do. For me, you could be Queen of Wands energy. Knight of Cups here hasn't quite got that yet. Still tied up with something. Now this Ace of Wands, look at that one budding there. It's an exciting new start, this adventure. I feel like you need to be strong in that. Have you figured out the codependency thing now? Have you really got it? I think if we're really clear on it and hold that energy, we could be helping the other person out. Just in that focus, Not in doing the codependent thing and going, oh, I can help you out with that. I will teach you. Not in that way. I ain't going to start counseling him about it. But I am going to hold the energy. There's a chicken cat. Hey. I'm going to read it out. A wonderful new beginning, full of inspiration and growth. There you go with the inspiration, holding that energy, being the inspiration. It's time to embrace any upcoming opportunities that come your way. Perhaps you're on the verge of trying something new or expanding your ideas. If there's anything you've been planning on pursuing, now is the time to take action. You have the skills and talents you need in order to manifest your creativity in all its power. Even though this may be the initial stage of your adventure, know that you're headed into a life-changing period that's deeply rooted to your inner truth. As a result, you'll find the creative outlets you need, a time for action and self-expression. Creation, beginning, adventure, soul purpose, energy, vitality, birth, inheritance, new relationships, and strength. Your strength and courage will only increase as you believe in your innate ability to learn, heal, and evolve. This is a powerful card that regards the emergence of your higher self, one that's full of grace, love, and compassion. You know, I do feel like, if you guys haven't met your person yet, I do feel like they're going to be similar to you, with these same kind of traits. This isn't about two people, two givers coming together, two codependents coming together. It's about two people that have been in that energy, that have learned that energy and have got themselves out of that energy coming together, so that they've got the positive attributes of compassion without that it working against me part. So you've got the positive attributes of all the good things, you know, of giving without the negative part of it. Then you come together. Because I know that there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that think, if they just meet somebody, if they just meet someone that was loving and giving, while they are experiencing the negative side of that, before they've learned that, they think that if they just meet someone like that, that it would be perfect. Two codependents together is not perfect. That's not good. It's not going to work out well like that. You're strong enough. Oh, is this saying then you need to be strong in the face of that and not cave in while they're still in the codependency thing? It could be that. Letting them work it out themselves. You're strong enough to navigate through the challenges and obstacles, which also highlights your ever-expanding state of consciousness. They're strong enough to navigate through their challenges and obstacles, which also highlights their ever-expanding state of consciousness. Understanding how strength mostly comes from within is directly related to how you harness your own energy. So you can't be strong for them, they can be strong for themselves, but we need to be strong in ourselves while they're doing that. Understanding how strength mostly comes from within is directly related to how you harness your own energy. This leads to spiritual growth as you're able to identify the vibrational qualities of your thoughts. Remember, it's also important to treat others with compassion, love, and kindness. Strength also comes from being mindful of how we interact and communicate with the people around us. Yeah, be careful how you communicate with them when they come in, because they might still be going through that. I think the Divine Feminine is a front runner in this. Oh, we wouldn't want to do that again, hey, Timothy. No. I'm going to get one more card out after I've let the chicken cat out. And then we'll get into these mini reads. Chicken, you're in and out, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, one more. They always give me two when I say that, don't they? One more. Oh, one this time. Transformation on the bottom of the deck. The Eight of Wands. Nice. The path is opened up forward. The communication comes in. It's getting moving now in the right direction. Eight of Wands. This is a card of movement and transition. If life has been feeling overwhelming, know that a positive change is still very possible. Now is the time to take any initiatives or opportunities that come your way. Once you can focus on a specific task or goal, there's nothing you cannot accomplish. It's the self-direction, determination, and confidence that comes from clarity, vision, and drive. This also has to do with establishing productive habits and organizational skills, regulating yourself, being in it for the long term, all of that good stuff, not eating the lollies that are on the table while mum goes to the toilet. It's that, regulating ourselves. The Eight of Wands may also highlight positive success through group strength and cooperation, a time to be decisive and self-determined. Oh, it's that nice independence, but being in a group. It's co-creation time, isn't it? Adventure, change. Like, honestly, adventure has come out so much today. Adventure, change, newfound success, group strength, collaboration, successful timing. There's a stability in ourselves, an independence that is the foundation of this. Okay, mini read. Just had a little pause then while my mind was in overdrive. Mandy, thanks for your donation. Why am I not having any dreams? Oh, aren't you? I feel like a blockage. Why aren't you having any dreams? I don't want my ex-husband in my dreams. I can't remember the circumstances of it now. But I do remember, like, what are you doing? My reaction to him, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Dreams are, well, there can be a few things. Dreams can be the mind replaying events or putting information, locking information in from that day before. And it can be about the brain just trying it out in different scenarios. So you experience something new in a day and your mind decides where it's going to put it in the brain and what it's going to link it to. So you can have dreams about the past and with the new thing that came up in your day, and that's the brain sorting it out and locking it in, seeing how it relates to everything else that's in the brain and all the memories and stuff. So there's that, and then there's also the spiritual aspect. Is that's coming from us kind of thing. That's a process that happens. And we can, when we have those kind of dreams, we know it because we're like, oh, I get why I had that dream because I bumped into that person or this certain thing happened to me and that, and it was just kind of similar stuff that was happening in the dream. And then another aspect of dreams is more of a receiving the information, more of a prophecy kind of thing, a more creative, like meditation. In meditation, we don't do that thing that I was talking about. We don't get into that meditative state and then our brain goes, oh, right, now I'm going to piece together like the new stuff that's happened in the day. That doesn't happen when we're meditating. When we're meditating, we just get the other type, yeah, which can also happen in sleep too. So why is your higher self asking you to meditate? To clear something. Meditating to clear something. I think, well, number one, you could have more dreams just by experiencing new different things in the day, then you'd start dreaming again. But that's not the kind of dreams that you're really wanting. It's Brenda, the stray cat. She's had so many babies, but she's been done now. So you're wanting the prophecy kind of dreams, the ones that make life interesting. And this is your higher self asking you to meditate instead, but it's saying to clear something in meditation. Why? So you need to get into meditation with what is it that I need to clear here? What is it in my way? It's a resistance. It's a resistance. What resistance do you have? Not to the dreaming or the meditation, but there's a resistance to abundance, it seems. What is that? It wants you to go into meditation anyway, to get that process going. So meditation and sleep very much linked, but only for certain aspects of it. Yeah, it wants you to do it yourself. It doesn't want me to tell you, but that's what it is. There is a resistance there. It's about abundance, resisting abundance in some kind of way. So resisting going for something really big and trusting in abundance, trusting in your connection with abundance, with source that you're provided for. You've got access to it, you and everyone else, in a similar kind of a way. This could be about going into meditation, asking yourself, what is, going into meditation, asking, what is my resistance to abundance? And meditating. So what I was picking up is that you don't want to dream. Your mind's like, I don't want to dream because you don't want this to come up. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if I dream, it's going to be a nightmare kind of thing. Not a nightmare, but it's not going to be a good dream. Your higher self knows that. It's not going to be a good dream at the moment if you dream because of this. It's better doing it. It's better. And it will be confusing if you get it in a dream, right? This kind of information is confusing if you get it in a dream. If you're getting it in meditation, if you're going into meditation, then it pops up like your ego mind, your fearful mind, if you're meditating on abundance, say, will come up with all of your resistances to that, all of your, why you shouldn't have it or whatever, and then you can deal with that. So it's better done in meditation at the moment, is my point. Mandy. Jessica. You're quiet today. Higher self-guidance, please, and thank you. Thanks for your donation. Relax, is it true? Telling yourself a story that's not even true. Okay, so you're telling yourself a story that's not even true. So someone doesn't like you, or someone thinks this, or something, and it's not even true. Strange thing happened on Saturday night. The energy shifted. I was playing pool. Everything was happy. Everyone's having fun. It was quieter than usual in there. And then the energy shifted. Everyone got quiet. And I thought, something's happened. I could tell who it was focused on. There was a guy in there that had questionable energy. And so I waited until my friend had her back to him. And I said quietly, what did he do? And she said, who? I'm like, that guy there. She's like, oh, nothing. And I was like, but I could feel it in the energy. Something had gone down. Anyway, the bar owner and me, after we shut the place up, she shut the place up, we went somewhere else together. And she said, that guy in there can't be trusted. And I knew that there was something going on. I said, what did he do? And she said, no, he didn't do anything. It was just weird. I could feel it. I could. Anyway, for you, Jessica, you might be thinking that you're doing that, picking up on something, when what you're actually doing is projecting an insecurity out there. Yeah. So that was more about his energy. But if I was like thinking, he doesn't like me, why has he got a problem with me? That would be more me projecting. I'm getting it, Jessica, that you need to relax about it. You're projecting onto someone. Someone's got a problem with you, or someone's thinking something about you, or has a belief about you, or believes in lies about you, or something like that, and it's not even true. Guidance and intimacy, right? And when you think like that, when you believe that stuff, you're putting that energy out there, and that's the intimacy card, right? The intimacy is about what energy we share with others. Are we being our full self? Sharing that with others, in which case people can relax around us because we're straight up, easy. But when we're projecting insecurities, everyone's a little bit like, what's wrong with them? We get back the energy, the response, the reaction from people that we don't really want, which makes us even more paranoid. So, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Intimacy, guidance and intimacy. To be intimate requires us to really know ourselves and be comfortable with ourselves. It's about doing the shadow work so that we understand not understand every part of ourselves, but accept every part of ourselves, knowing that we're human beings and it's okay to be a human being, and getting rid of all of that bullshit that we've got to be perfect, or that we never lie, or that we're infallible. And just getting rid of all of that has people pretending that they are perfect, or trying to hide anything that's going wrong or anything like that. When we're really loving and accepting ourselves, We can truly be ourselves around other people. That's true intimacy. When we can share ourselves with other people. So it seems to me like you've got a bit of insecurity that's stopping you from being this. And if you figure out what that projection is that you're doing at the moment, it might help you to see like what it is that you're believing about yourself. So what you're thinking someone else is thinking about you, or how they're feeling about you in the negative, is actually how you're feeling about yourself, and you're insecure about it. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyone else want a mini? Makes total sense, Mandy. When I worked in the prison, we had 150 guys in my unit. I could feel the trouble energy and hone in on the person in seconds. Oh, good on you. Yeah. There's a shift. It's likened to sharky energy. If you're in the ocean, suddenly it starts feeling sharky, you get out. You'll notice other people getting out at the same time as well. You can feel it. You can feel the shift in energy. It's like what's going on with Spitty, man. He's still there at the gym. He came back. All of the women are like, don't like him. Don't like him. Don't like his energy. Well, the guys are like, what's wrong with him? Like, we know he's a bit crazy, but what's wrong with him? It's like, guys, use your intuition here, you know? Feel it. Not good. Not good. We've all got our hackles up when he's there. It's not good. It's not good energy at all. Threat. Got to trust that, right? That feeling. Protect ourselves. Oh, what did he said? I think his brain is cut. The guys didn't recognize that he's crazy. They recognize that he's got a screw loose, right? But you see, they're not the recipients of his hatred. The women are, and we can feel it. We can feel when there's a woman hater in our midst, can't we? The guys are just saying, no, I think there's something. What did he say? I think there's something. I think his brain's cut. Like, you know, two sides aren't working together, kind of thing. That must be a Thai way of explaining craziness or something. Let's get some romance out and top this off. I'll get out of here. I'm feeling a bit low in energy. I always say that though. I don't know if I'll make videos, but I will. The other day I did. When I said I wasn't going to make any dailies, I did. Because it's just like 1 hour to make 2 videos. They're all about 20 minutes long. I'll do it. And then I'll make a pick a card read and then I'll be done. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light. All your unwanted thoughts about this way forward, this adventure. It feels like it's involving a romance here as well. Much better times ahead. Romance. I bought 2 new eyeshadow palettes last night. They've been in my shopping cart on Sephora for a long time. But you know, I don't know if any of you guys are members of it, but you get points, and I've got a lot of points in there, and you can add things on for like 100 points. Anyway, when I went to order the other day, they didn't have anything available in those things. So I thought, no, I'm going to wait. The eyeshadow palettes that I wanted, they were both reduced. So I knew to check back every day until there was things that I could use my points for. And last night it came up, and the discounts were still on those 2 palettes. So I can't remember what the things were I've got with my points. But you have to be quick because the good things, they go straight away. But you can get with your points. Communication. Communication. I need to communicate. Maybe about this adventure. I don't feel about the oppression. I feel they've got to figure that out themselves. I feel that this strength thing is just be strong in that. Show them how it's done, you know? Don't teach them that. Garden. Guard your heart. But maybe this is what it's about. It's the... Don't do the codependent thing again, which in this situation I was talking about there would be stepping in to help them, even if it's to help them get out of codependency. That's a codependent thing to do. It is. Stepping in there to teach them or to say, you know, in this situation, I can see that you're doing this and you're doing that. That's a codependent thing to do to help them out. We don't want to continue these patterns. So it might be time to know what to communicate, know what not to communicate. I don't know, it just seems perfect. We did have that, I can't remember when and in what reading, I do so many. But it said something, I think it was last Psychic Cafe, we'll know what to say, when to say it. And I just knew, like the other night, and I was dreaming, and it was just like, I want to go see the land with him. And I knew it. And the next day for him to then, and I knew, the other thing was, I knew that he would be on the same page with me with that. So the next day when he said, I'll show you, I'll come with you, I'll show you, I'll take you down, I'll show you. I'm like, we're on that exact same page with it. Kind of, it's planting those seeds. You know that card of her throwing things, house and car and all of that, and the book at his head. The divine feminine is planting seeds inside the divine masculine. I don't know why he needed those particular seeds planted. Maybe he needed to know that I was in it 50-50 or that I was willing to do it by myself. Maybe he just needed that spark of imagination because he can't see what's coming next, the stability that's coming next. The adventure that's coming next, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you need to communicate something like that, but only so much, not taking it too far. Keeping things for yourself too, guarding your heart, protecting yourself. I wanted to have the 50-50 conversation with him, but then when it came to it, I didn't say it. And then I trusted myself in that too. I thought, well, maybe it's just not time for that conversation yet. Planted the seeds. Independence. There I am on my little island. Hotel. And Copenhagen in the distance there. Pushing the boat away. I don't feel like it's a problem, this independence. I feel like this is saying that we need to be independent, but also co-creators too. We've got to get that balance right this time. And that protects us from the codependency thing as well. Giving them independence, giving them space. That's come up a lot lately. I think that came up in the energy update today as well. Giving them space, giving ourselves space. Trusting them in that. It's really like breaking free from the codependent thing, isn't it? But deception, again, okay, so we had deception out. Deception. What was that about? When something comes up, when you set boundaries, that's when you learn about what the deception, what they were holding back from you. That's when you learn the truth from somebody, the truth of someone. Deception. I don't know. You have to take that on an individual level, that deception, but for it to come out 3 times like that, there's something in it. I need to ask about that. Why has deception come out? Price. Patience and be firmer. So yeah, the be firmer, having boundaries, being stronger in that. And the patience thing as well, impatience. So impatience could be the deceiver here. In other words, if you get someone to wait for something, that's when they show the true colors. It's like, are you dealing with a narcissist or not, all you need to do is say no, have a boundary, or ask them to wait for something, and they will not. They will not. Maybe that's what this is about. And it doesn't have to be a narcissist either. In other words, why get into a relationship based on face value and get into that relationship quickly when you're still in the deceiving each other stage, as in the dating stage, when you're trying to impress each other? If you never draw up boundaries, if you never ask them to wait, if you don't get into it slowly, you never get to, this stuff doesn't get revealed to you. The deceptions don't get revealed to you. So some of you just need to take more time in getting in a relationship and do those things, those little tests. Well, if I say no to them, how are they going to react to that? Instead of just presuming that they've got good character, give them the tests. Even if you don't want to say no, even if you don't want to ask them to wait, because you don't want to wait either, do it anyway, because it will reveal the character. You'll reveal those deceptions. And you can even get them drunk too, because that will reveal deceptions too. Getting someone drunk it just makes them more of who they really are, and they lose the inhibitions that are stopped. It drops the mask. It drops the mask, and so more likely to be revealed who they are. How else can we reveal it? The deceptions. Yeah, so it's like we've got to guard our heart and prepare ourselves before we'll open up and be vulnerable. So don't open up to somebody until you've put them through all of these tests. Otherwise, you really will be vulnerable. If you're opening yourself up to someone while they're still in the mask stage, you'll be really vulnerable. Let's not presume that they're good, balanced, healed people. Let's let them prove that to us, and the way to prove it is by being firmer with them. Patience. Taking it slowly. Guarding yourself. Okay. That's what it was about. There we go. Thanks everyone for coming along. I'll be making a pick a card read today. Don't know what it's going to be about yet, but I will when I'm making it. Thanks for all of your donations and your presents. Don't forget to click like on this video. And let's do this all over again in 2 days' time, on Wednesday for me. Hopefully our adventure will have moved forward a bit. I think mine seems to be moving now. It's good. I like it. Things have got a little bit stagnant, and now things are moving. I like that. Okay. So have a good one, everyone, and I will see you next time.